Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Stellaris Let's Play. Haven't really done anything, but this time I did load things up. Laid down for a bit while it was loading. After getting stuff uploading because of my long COVID and getting more and more tired. But I need to produce a lot of content today. Well, I need to produce a lot of content every day because I desperately need to get my channel to where I can monetize to survive. Anyways, for those new to the series, by the way, welcome. For those returning, welcome back. New people, you can check the series out from the beginning. It's organized into a playlist, chronological. Double check that's working correctly. There's one that seems to be showing up out of order on the playlist. Episodes 8 and 9 seem to, I don't know. I'll see if I can fix that. It might be order upload instead of order publish still. I may have accidentally selected the wrong thing. So I was looking at this because hiring a new commander is now possible. And, well, the Minister of Defense gained some passive XP. Easton doesn't have a governor. So I could do this, and it would add to work output. I'd have some soldier jobs for a little while, though, that would have to demote. So it would cost me a little energy, effectively. I guess I should get it done before the mining districts are done. Should I? Or I could wait till I refresh and maybe I'll get someone who's from this planet, which would be better. Oh. Speaking of. Boom. How do I open the build queue? This is annoying. It opens when you open this, but I can't figure out how to get it open when I wish. That'll speed up the mine district, so it'll get done a month sooner. No way to prioritize? Canopy says favorite. Soldiers are worker tier jobs anyways, actually. Ah, yeah, that's right. I have an idea. Instead of explaining it, I'll just do it. Well, maybe I just want to put the Minister to... No. This guy is younger, will live longer, and takes a long time to get rank up. Give me your faith and I should give you victory. Pretty sure he's authoritarian, not a spiritualist. But okay. Hired this commander so he can, as a plant governor, he should gain some XP passively. I don't think he does just staying in charge of a fleet. Higher levels, he'll be more effective when commanding fleets. And if I'm lucky, he'll roll a trait. You can't do it at level 1, but at level 2. Which... Oh yeah, let's unemploy... No, shift increases the priority. Temporarily unemploy all the colonists just for a day. So that when the soldier jobs are added, this may take a second. Boom. No? No soldier jobs yet? that to go too long, or won't build the mine district on time. Anyways, I should get soldier jobs after a little bit, I think. And I'll leave them unfilled. I just want the governor. For now. Where's the soldier jobs? Do add stability and naval capacity, so they're not terrible. And I know they're worker tier, at least they were before. Assuming they're not specialists. Right now. And on Anchor, I'll get started on a research district, which with a xenobiology lab will make a civilian industry worthwhile. Since I'll have enough demand for consumer goods then. For those who are curious, I'm going heavy on asteroid. That's an asteroid. Don't want to do any asteroids with the head of research. I'm going heavy on biology research because I'll need it to uplift species in reasonable time. It's 3,000, so it's currently 30 months to uplift 3 pops. Not terrible, 10 months a pop, but I'd like to get that even shorter. Because time where the tech points are tied up, time where they're not producing returns. Part of what makes the uplifting a little more cost effective is that it's fewer points than what the techs are going to be, so I get quicker returns on the investment as I get quicker point where the uplift is done and I'm starting to get some economic benefit instead of the points is sitting on a partial project. The cost effect, the economic, I guess the way it helps an economic snowball, helps your long-term growth rate. If something a return investment, how quickly your economy grows based built on cost effectiveness of stuff, so how much benefit you get relative to the cost, and well, how quickly something starts providing benefits. You can, of course, there's ways to incorporate in the cost, something where you add to the cost for the gap. There's business people have formula for that, because business is probably actually more of a science than economics, which is very much, I mean, it uses some of the same stuff, but economics is a heavily subverted field where politics controls more what's taught and favored than actually what works. Ah, here we go, soldier jobs. And it did not fill those out of the unemployed pops yet, which I expected it actually would have, but the main point is I didn't want to have civilians become soldiers. So these jobs aren't filled for now. They'll add stability, naval capacity, and defense armies eventually. Once they get unyielding, defense is frugal, they'll actually produce unity that way. But yeah, as the governor, there are no specialists, there are no elites on this planet, there are workers, and there's crime. And empire size and pop, so he's purely beneficial, this governor, and he'll gain experience. Hopefully he'll gain a trait that adds jobs back in the home world. Something more useful than the entertainer jobs that scientist rolled the possibility before. I decided not to do. Where was it? This one I took archaeologist instead of celebrity, because I don't need entertainer jobs on Hesek Prime right now. Really don't. Ooh. What was this? Event. Oh shit. Hey, remember when I was talking about shitoids? How they could eat your science ships? Seems it just happened. Ah, shoot. It happened to my meticulous researcher. At least I pulled my head of science because I was worried about this risk. I knew it would happen eventually. Contact has been lost with our science ship while investigating a strange asteroid in Gothar. We are detecting weak emergency signals from the last known location. We should investigate further if we intend to recover the missing vessel. And I have 60 months. I have 5 years to free the scientist, or they're dead. And their science ship with them. Need to destroy or capture the asteroid. Need a fleet with 1,000 fleet power in orbit to destroy it. The asteroid is not what it seems to be. We should approach with a sizable military force and attempt to recover our science ship before it is gone for good. Or gravity snares tech. I don't have that tech. With the right technology, we could capture entirely and easily recover our science ship before it is gone for good. This might get me a Shatoid, so it's actually better to do this, but I don't know if I'll roll gravity snares in time. And of course, it had to be... At least the scientists are not paying upkeep on them while they're trapped. It had to be one of my meticulous researchers. I mean, I knew that was a risk. I should have swapped out. I got a little lazy. Yeah, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about... That was just pure... I was trying very carefully to not have any meticulous researcher do an asteroid. So I'm going to go back and fix that. I don't know if that's a random event, so maybe... Or if the Shatoid has always been there. But yeah, needs to stop notifying me about people playing Dark Souls. In fact, give me a sec. Boom. Alright. Okay, rolling something back if it was due to stupidity and carelessness. So I'm going to sell some food now. Give more time for the price to recover. Some people stupidly say that prices change at a linear rate. They don't. In fact, people have posted curves. The more prices away from the default on the internal market, the faster it reverts. It's close to linear, but you do see prices recover slightly faster this way. And I need to do this while the price is at default. I'll wait till this comes to 132 and buy one more alloy, I guess. Might be a little bit, though. Shoot. Heck with it. Boom. I mean, even if it declined a linear rate, I need to borrow from the future to get stuff done quicker. I need this research district because I don't have unlimited amounts of time to build stuff, and among other things, I'm going to need civilian industries fairly soon. But this improves the cost effectiveness of the civilian industries and reaches the point where it's effective. How this guy? Our enemies will grovel before us. Yeah, I bet they will. So I don't need one job. Shit. There we go. Oh, when I change the priority instantly. Boom. This time I actually don't have to wait for that. So when I change the priority of the colonist job, that's cool. I may have accidentally created one unemployed pop, but I just learned something. So my screwing around, messing up, had a benefit. But yeah, this guy's doing an asteroid. I do not do asteroids, especially not with the head of research, but meticulous scientists don't do asteroids. That's just the rule. Until I get my first Chatoid, and maybe not even after that. Mining rush specialist gets to rush to survey the asteroids. Maybe they'd be mining, I don't know. Alright. Creation Beyond, I like this song. Don't think that was the asteroid the guy disappeared on before. Oh, no it was. This is bad. That's what it said. That was the reaction. I don't mind losing that scientist. The ship would be a regrettable thing to lose. It's 100 alloys. But the scientist, that one didn't roll good traits. So not the end of the world if I don't think I have the fleet power to break him out. I need gravity snares or a much larger fleet. And the version of that many resources to my fleet would actually be more expensive than just placing a science ship in a relatively useless scientist. So probably hire someone new. Maybe this guy, substance user, unfortunately, but might already level 2, so might get a good trait. I'll probably just wait for a next set of scientists to roll in 2 years. I've already decided I'm not the Ibn Battuta. That's probably one of the famous Muslim philosophers or scientists from the golden age of Islam. Explain to me, you might be like, what? What is he talking about? I promise you I'm not a Muslim or something. It's not. This isn't some pushing a religion. This is having a solid knowledge of world history. When Europe was in its dark ages, and very much not a ton of technological progress, at least in the literary sense. There was some advancement in the development of metallurgy and mechanics, in particular like windmills in that time, that should not be ignored. Most research that was happening in monasteries. The Muslim world was actually in a golden age of scientific progress, particularly centered around Baghdad, where they had the House of Wisdom. It was like this giant library, almost the rival of the Great Library of Alexandria. Not quite as impressive, but it was a center of philosophy and study, with major collections of various books. In fact, if you play the City of Wonders mod for Crusader Kings 2, the House of Wonders is one of the wonders that's added that is not in the base game. It should be, because the game is very Eurocentric, and there are a lot of wonders that existed that didn't, but there's also wonders in Athens and Rome that aren't represented in the game, partly because with Rome, you can only have one wonder per like province there, but the Sea of Wonders allows more than one. So there's some other ones like the Colosseum, because I think it's normally the Apostolic Palace there, and it adds a bunch of famous things like it adds like the Forum and various things to Rome, but the ruins of the Forum, and a famous statue that's in Rome, and another one that's in Athens, but so it's throughout the world. But there's also the some of the wonders of the city of Cordoba, which was a center of academic progress and had a sewer system and street lamps way ahead of its time in what was then Muslim-controlled Spain during the European Dark Ages. Yeah, but they had a golden age, and then they regressed culturally and technologically to some degree as Europe emerged from its dark ages, which is part of, I mean, cultures, they wax and wane. They have good times and bad, and this is part what leads to the idea that most worlds come up backwards or something. It's not true. Now, a lot of it's actually based on the modern world, where the U.S. supported Saudi Arabia with its extremely backwards sect of Islam, Wahhabism, which has proceeded to take the whole Muslim world backwards, like at least a century culturally. But that's the result of U.S. imperialism. It would not have happened without the Bitter Lake Accords, which there's a whole documentary called Bitter Lake, which is specifically about how this one thing screwed up the whole world. And the U.S. did it for oil, of course. So I won't get too much, or in danger of, well, alienating some of you who hate me talking politics. But it's important to understand what, since I actually mentioned the Golden Age thing, what the heck I was on about. I think I can afford to sell a few more consumer goods, even though I'm running a deficit. I need more purchases. Things, including alloys, soon enough. Because I need to restart ship production at Essex Station. Cool. So, there should be, I think, passive XP gained as a planetary governor. Yep, 6 experience. I don't think Mr. Fence gained some because she's on the council. But I don't think he would have gained any just sitting in charge of fleet. This will eventually give me a level 2 commander, maybe with an economic trait. Even if not, just being level 2 makes him better in combat. But if he gets an economic trait, it'll pay for itself many times over. The risk average return is positive on this. Pretty good. There's a chance he'll get nothing and a chance he'll get a trait that pays for itself very well. So, taking a risk. Hopes it'll pay off. Hence, risk average return, like I was saying. This comes down to 134. Probably need to buy another 5 alloys. My mine district's almost done. Shoot, I forgot to... well, this will be done before the end of the month, so it actually didn't... Got to respect this as a mining world. Though I think I got a little more trade for a little while because of it. A little more energy. So... that'll get the mine done faster and increase miner output in the moment miners are around. Soldiers could add a little stability. It's worth noting. But it's not much. It's not worth the loss of the civilian yields, which are actually greater than that. Yeah. Plus, when the commanders someday pull from a synth, once he's level 2, by that point the planet will be starting to become a net liability with his hit to specialist and elite output as a commander. So I pull him once I found whether he got a useful trait or not. Should dismiss that. Maybe it'll pop up if I see another. This is just based on the boarding cultist ship thing there, which I haven't bothered with, since that'll spawn the next set of cultist ships when I do it. It'll also get me a useful collection item, but I don't have any way to display collection items yet. So, but I'd have unemployed soldiers. It would take a while for them to demote back to civilians. For them to get used to not being trained to kill things. Basically. Oh. Buy alloys. Start shipbuilding. This will get done just before a month rolls over, so I'll get the influence from naval power projection when May is rolling over to June. Right? May to June, 5 to 6. Yeah, that's right. This is pretty much one of the cheapest. I mean, that's pretty much the cheapest possible corvettes. They don't have FDL drives. They're literally just the frame of a ship. Nothing but Sentinel point defense. They'll have to be upgraded with FDL drives and some defenses. Even if they're going to tank for other ships, they should be given shields or armor or both. Probably shields because I think they have energy upkeep and stuff always. Although this hurts energy more now. Maybe I should do armor then. Unless they change the balance, which I should check. 100 points, defense 75. You can see the upkeep. It's more. Oh, composite armor is just higher, period. Yeah, I should do shields then. Thought shields are more focused on energy and always on. I mean, armor and always, but it's just probably my memory getting stuff wrong. It would be more realistic, but. Well, no, always spare parts for the shield generators. Probably not, actually. Energy crit stockpiles getting low, I know. Should finish the generator district before too much of a problem. So I keep adding infrastructure to this mining world. I will need a generator district just so I'm not importing energy. And for most empires, it's probably fine. But for the knights, I have an energy production deficit. So energy that I'm getting, it's very hard to produce energy. I don't know if energy that comes from the trade policy gets taxed, but obviously generator stuff does. And it, makes buildings even more expensive. Forces me to run more generator districts because I get less from trade. I don't want to be running too many technicians with the debuff to the production, so. Do mining support if I want to go hardcore mining on this world. But yeah, I'll probably just do an urban expansion. Sprung over spires, smog, and ceaseless motion where the skyline is both home and labyrinth. So I'll get more population growth due to more housing. Oop, wrong planet. Per district. I don't have any districts yet, though. So, not to build a C district. And then I'll specialize it in producing lots of housing. Actually, more in here where both the archives, mix industry reduce. Because there'd be plenty of things they can run that don't require specialization. I don't know what builds lets them do. Housing, urban, probably just housing, actually. Support districts don't actually cost housing, interestingly. Do mining support. Stupid ant here. Don't need him crawling inside my freaking computer. These tiny things, it's ridiculous. The memory I stay with my long COVID, I'm too sick to work. So I kind of have no choice. Does not keep a clean house since there's constant problems with ants and such. And 200 miners. I don't really need the colonists. Could do a mining district here. Could. I think I'd rather actually get more alloys soon. It's very hard to keep up with alloy needs. Specializes in the production of minerals. It doesn't even say anything about sprawling quarries or anything. Used to have an interesting description. Not anymore. Still have the standard thing for Capital World, so I don't know why this doesn't say anything. Strip mines, quarries, boreholes, and heavy machinery dominate the planet's surface. So it says it there, just not. Can't see that flavor text everywhere anymore. Well, the aliens have almost finished surveying this system. It's actually a good thing that they're surveying. Oh no, they just finished because they could find an archaeological site. It does seem that unless they change that, when a planet gets surveyed by multiple empires, each one has a chance to proc that. Could be wrong. Otherwise it would hurt if the first empire, if an empire did it and then you did it without knowing it had been surveyed, and say you, or you'd want to not have non-archivist empires survey stuff in like multiplayer games if you had a cooperative game going. I don't know. Archivists get higher archaeological site discovery chances. This is another asteroid. Could there be more than one Chatoid? I suppose there could. But I only had one scientist who was a throwaway. I guess I'll just have to risk it. I mean, there's got to be a number of these around. Probably won't be the first science ship I lose. The system doesn't have any asteroids left, so the head of research on it. This is be like one more, and this would be traveling to dangerous areas. Food processing. Improved food processing techniques lead to better preservation methods and less spoilage. This allows you to invest more in farming. Do farming subsidies even. I don't think I have the edict capacity for that though. Yeah, so it cost me uni. Probably not worth that. Let's see. Ocean ecology management. Definitely cheaper to clear tile blockers than do like luxury housing. This would be useful in this synth prime. Bioreactors. I wish it would stop rolling that. Or epigenetic triggers. 63 months. I want it soon, but I'll grab ocean ecology management first. And then probably epigenetic triggers. Guaranteed research option, and I want it before too long. Yes, also, how much does it cost to 1,000 minerals, 250 uni? The minerals are the big deal. Worth keeping that in mind, because eventually I probably will create a precipient species and anchor and then uplift them almost immediately. I don't think it'll slow pop growth enough if the uplift is immediate to not be worth it. It should add to my overall population and give me potentially a precipient with a useful trait. I'm doing it for time, 36 minutes. Cool. Nice. Generator districts on the capital. And then I'll be in an energy surplus again. The Knights, not worth running a huge energy surplus early. Later when you have more tech, the quest funding is less impactful. Doing alright with food. More than alright. Should probably do a monument next. Or, because these civilians will be resettled. Or a temple. Another temple. Or a research lab. A hush place of servers in silence, where memory becomes history, cataloged and sealed for future generations. Archives. Whoa, crime's starting to be a slight problem. Alright. Need to bring back some of the enforcer jobs. Not many. Just need crime below 9%. And since it's too much to micro it to watch it all the time. There we go. 40 enforcers. 7% crime. Which is a fine number. I'll have even less when I start sending civilians away, since they do generate a little crime, all pops do. It's plenty. Suppose the edict capacity from a monument isn't bad, but should probably just do a temple. Uni and research. And spiritual subtraction, which is still my happiest faction because of this bug. Stratified site is supposed to be filled right now. It is not, and it should be. Yeah, I should consider suppressing pacifists. Yeah. Go from 30% happiness to 0. 34. It'll drop from, it was 11% of pops to pacifists, most of which will go to much happier factions. Spiritualist and authoritarian. Progress Promotion Council. Yeah. No, I am pacifist. I'll be suppressing that faction for a while. To focus on increasing the spiritualist proportions. Spiritualists really like to be numerous. If they're at least a quarter of the population, they're happier. And I won't be able to sustain that level forever, but if there's a buffer, right? Should I promote the authoritarians instead? No. I should not. Okay. Actually, no, this might not be worth it. How much affects plant happiness and the stability. Yeah, if it was more into spiritualists instead of... Once again, a temple, though, I might suppress pacifism. Need to get a starport soon. I get me a nebula refinery so I don't have to keep buying minerals with trade value, which is quite inefficient. Largest thing I bought has been alloys in terms of cost, but some minerals have been bought. Let's see. 280, 333. Pebbles. I need to buy about 27 minerals. Small amount. Buy 30. That one's sure. I think it rounds up. Costs. I just got the advertised cost there. Spent some trade. Let's do a temple. Let's do a monument here. A precinct house, but this will produce, importantly, society research as well as uni. It's not quite as valuable as research lab per se, but it doesn't come terribly far behind because of genetic identification. Yeah, then the precinct houses, which they'll probably just go to luxury housing, actually. Won't have any civilians in the capital soon enough, so I don't... Monument, which boosts civilians, not great. Luxury housing will help me resettle more pops and still at max growth. I do need to resell a lot. Just need the energy to do it.
System survey concluded.
curiosity. Yeah, it's still got a ways to go. Let's do the unusual energy readings while I'm here. No. No, actually I shouldn't. This Empire will very much block the science ship. Can do it in a science ship later. But won't be too long until I have first contact. Generator district. After finish with this system, surveying it. Guess I could do a little surveying here and find out what's there. Should be far enough away to not trigger the mine drones, I think. Maybe I'll find an anomaly. Down to about what would be in the old system 5 pops of civilians. 500. There'll be a temple, will be down to 300. It's 300 to get resettled to the new world quite soon. This world. Where they'll probably join the ranks of the miners. Too much longer than that. No, actually, I'll need another generator district, so that will be not too much in the black on the energy. I can do it mining and then a generator. So, yeah, we want to keep around 150 civilians in reserve. Move into generator when available. Maybe even 200, so. Temple, just 3. Yeah, so like 150 will get resettled. It's not much, but it's something. Anchor continues to have need for more squires. Oh, and enforcers now. Came out of some unemployed pops running around. Alright, 35 enforcers. So, in case I forget to visit the world again. Eventually, the militarist faction will be happy to use all my fleet capacity. Stellar franchising. Soon enough.
Construction completed.
Oh, didn't notice this getting so close than that. Alright, let's buy some minerals. Want that mining station right away. Or substantially more in this one. I'll go do this next. That'll help with the energy situation. Like the construction ship. Expand this way though. And hey, a lot of energy resources in the way. This is... No. No. Actually, that's dumb. Need to do this. I'd probably be able to tie the alloys. Yeah. So after this mine platform pass away, because the AI can actually leapfrog over one system to build a outpost, so they haven't surveyed this yet as far as I know. But I do need to block them out of that system. They usually won't leapfrog more than one system, but they will do one. It's a race for the galaxy here. It's even a relatively marginal system like this, and it's not useless. I can eventually do a ring world there. It's just got 1 star. That's really all it's good for. I mean, habitats, but that would block a ring world, so. Slowly accumulating the energy credits I'll need. Some more pops. Actually, there might be small groups that can resell now. Maybe some to anchor. 2 civilians. Sure. A tiny number, but a couple more spirituals pops. Happier population. Whoa, pop approval's low. And anchor all the more reason to get squires. I'm guessing. He's authoritarian. Not sure why the ability is suddenly so bad. Why pop approval plummeted, and it's hard to find out because very low faction approval. Oh, it's because there's a lot of militarists on. That's right, because militarists are more likely to be drawn from night jobs. It's gonna take a while for them to suppress. And it worse when I lose the squires to tech researcher jobs, actually. Okay, so I definitely need more squires then. Enough that I'll actually want to do another generator on Hesuk Prime right away. 25 minutes. Can't go too much longer here. I keep these videos manageable length for a number of reasons, but mostly so you guys don't lose interest. Also, so I can split them up to a reasonable amount of videos, because some videos the algorithm just won't push, others will. Even hedges my bets a little. It keeps the pace these series come out slow enough that it doesn't overwhelm you folks. Every new video is a new chance to get new eyes in the series. Right now, so few people watch this that it wouldn't be worth my time if I didn't expect it to grow. And they'll help future series get more views too. Like, hopefully a new one of Star at some point where I'll be more familiar. The 4.0 and can play it faster, because this is just too slow, I know.
Anomalous readings registered.
Ah, we found the wreckage of an archaic spaceship with unusual design. We're not quite sure how its propulsion system works. This is the on-solar sails vent. That's a neat anomaly. I do like that one. The scientist is almost leveled up though, so I think I'll come back. The scientist has reached level 4. Head of my research department. Be a little faster then. No, wait, it's probably so close that that doesn't make sense. Not that close. Still, how long does it? It's only 84 days. Not worth the travel time. Alright. This inserts that. I'll just do it now. It's a cool event. I mean, a cool anomaly. I like it. I believe it gives a collection item. Don't remember if it's useful or not, but I can sell it if nothing else. Since I'm desperately short on energy. And some neat minor artifacts, basically, on the solar sail. I think of the Common collection items as being they're slightly better than minor artifacts, but whatever. Yeah, and I'm about to finish the first league thing, which League Naval Base. Ah yes, that one, if I remember, gives a special project to investigate it. Boom. This person investigated it, and remarkable. The wreckage of what must have been a First League naval base has been detected in orbit around Fuji 1. We know the League maintain a massive fleet called the Grand Navy to combat piracy and safeguard member nations from external aggressors, or internal dissent, honestly. This particular outpost appears to have provided berthing for one of their rimward patrol fleets.
Situation log has been updated.
Well, I'm on the Galactic Rim here. Yeah, let's work that. Because I'll get progression from... Oh, no, that's super inefficient. Boom. Manually queue these up. Yeah, so some of these things, because my last run had First League as well, I kind of remember what they do. Which, you know, cool. Being more familiar with stuff does make me a little faster, which is good because, not long COVID, everything processes slower. If it processes a little faster because I've seen it before. Neato. Get all that. And then, I guess the science ship will go this way and grab these anomalies. Danger embrace. Huh. That's all. So, researching the remains of a first naval base has been located above Fuji 1. Some of the debris appears stable enough to support an archaeological mission. Yep. I want to find the first league. For too long, even though I don't think I have to compete against the AI, so I don't think they can do precursors. Maybe they can. Should look that up. I keep forgetting to check it. I need mining and I need technicians. I don't have the pops to work the mines here. Unless, oh, I can reduce the number of colonists. They're not that useful. Next month. 64%. Yeah, I should just barely have the minerals to start a mine district next month. First contact event pending. Teth aliens. The diviners named the beings flowing through the dark Tianki. They are sacred and peaceful spaceborne life form that roams from system to system. While I am spiritualist and pacifist here, so feeding on gas is common to upper layers of many gas giants, and rarely showing any sign of hostility. We are to keep at a respectful distance. Venerable. Gain some influence. And progress on frequency tuning.
An alien nation is hailing us.
Doesn't count as a... Well, this might count as finishing a first contact. That'll be interesting if it does. Alien life that encountered intelligent life was the remnants of something. First archaeological site. Anyways. Forget what the benefits were, the progression. This is one of those things I don't memorize yet. Guaranteed access to planetary unification tech. Which I keep rolling anyways. Do I have to get... I think I have to get 50 points. Which might be big up to 10 more. This too much longer, so yeah. Be useful if I don't do planetary unification before then. Adaptive bureaucracy might be better. Maybe. Exploration. Is that material labs? That's probably useful. I don't know. This is too loaded with stuff that's useless. Early tier stuff. You're almost throwing in a roll before then. They really ought to have made it slightly higher tier techs that were guaranteed options. Makes the progression actually pretty not useful. Okay, so it did finish the first contact. Have mineral income of more than 50. That's retroactively done. They did before. Build an agriculture district. I haven't built even one, so. The first harvest was meager, but as new grain touched our tongues, we knew the world would sustain us. This world would sustain us. That's Crowley about doing it on New World. Drill, refine, repeat. The The moment two civilizations meet, the course of history changes. Whether that change leads to peace, war may depend on a single word. Envoy Datri Yukana. New World is not merely an asset, it is a responsibility. Search for alien life is not a question of if, but when. And when we find it, we must ask. We'll recognize it for what it is. It's cool they all have quotes. It makes for a slightly more interesting game. But yeah, Starbase Module, Ag District. Those things will happen relatively soon. Although the Ag District, not cost effective quite yet. Unless I want to build one here. And place the Ag District here with a generator one. That I might do. Since all this food surplus here, food deficit, omniscient, and technicians lose out from the Knight's Quest, so plus I'm running out of districts. And labor to work them. A New Dawn, not my favorite music piece by far. Anyways, just enough minerals for another mining district, which will help me pick up the pace, getting infrastructure done. Substantial amount of experience gained already in the government of 50. No armies yet. Don't colonists add... Nope, no defense armies. If I want defense armies, I need soldiers. Whatever. Mostly I don't have enough pops to work everything. And you actually gain pops faster as the knights than some of the other origins. Start with 300 less, but gained more of that probably from... Let's see, it's been 100... No, probably gained about 120 extra back from Anchor. Okay, actually it's more like 200 something. So I still have slightly lower population than other origins, but I'll be ahead by 20 years in. And actually, the homeworld might have been crowded sooner. We'll see. If higher per pop productivity for sure with the order habitat. New task completed. Oh, wait. Agriculture district. I must have been because I built one in the past. I forgot about it. Enact a planetary decision. Colonists love decisive leadership, right up until they disagree with the decision. Distribute luxury goods. Gosh, that's incredibly expensive. They did not scale this down for the larger pop numbers. The decision needs to be reduced in cost tenfold or 100-fold, even. Not tenfold. They made it 10 times more expensive in the past, apparently. Main decision would be a Genesis Preserve here. Need minerals for buildings. but I don't have minerals just yet. Or even enough trade value to buy any. I don't know. Heck with it. Sell a few consumer goods more.
Construction completed.
Oh yeah, are there any pops to resettle? The order. Small groups. 1 civilian. Yay. 1 more squire. Barely matters. And Pops hasn't retyped from civilians to squires yet, but it will. I'm getting habbility from genetic memory. 6%. Keep making progress on everything. Yeah, 0G refineries. That will be completed.
Council agenda ready.
Ooh. Survey seed. Anomaly discovery chance. Not currently surveying anything. You get unit at the beginning of a month.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
The addition of internal fires in my stations will substantially increase mineral output. Or did it say production, whatever. Powered exoskeletons, which leads to robots. I'm desperate for more minerals. Ceramic metal infrastructure, is that still a thing? Does that come from ceramic metal materials? Ah, an automation building with assembly patterns. Whew, that's a high energy upkeep. Puck in the wall reads, it automates. I don't understand all how that works. Gives a put a bunch of minerals in, you pay a high upkeep and energy, 165 a month. And it says per automated district, but it doesn't say how you automate each district. And it just adds to automated districts. So I'm assuming what it does is allows you to automate the actual districts. I have to check the wiki, but one way or another, I can't afford one of these bones. It's much, much, much too high in energy cost right now. So I'll have to stick with powered exoskeletons for now. Wearing a powered exoskeleton suit augments the user's strength and speed. Military applications are obvious, but it will also increase labor efficiency. Yeah, because this will get me a robotics sooner. It's either that or some pounds just for the build speed, but I think it's more output slimming that. This will start paving the way to robots. I'll still need, I think, another society tech or 3 before then, but I'm sure I won't be waiting on powered exoskeletons tech, at least. I'll have to look up stuff on the automation on the wiki or wherever I can find it in the future. Let's change before the end of the month. Unless it's somehow super, super useful, and I should be doing whatever I can to get that upkeep. Selling off resources or doing tons of energy generator districts. Unless it's something like that, I should probably do powered exoskeletons first. Centers of Scientific Discovery. These habitat districts employ researchers from varied fields of study. I have zero-G laboratories. So, just like that. Minerals. Does give build slots. I can specialize in a particular research type. Just make a research enclave to add more jobs. These glass towers and quantum labs. Curiosity becomes power and knowledge becomes dominion. I'd probably do society research. Specialization. By redirecting resources from the spiritually barren fields of physics and engineering to societal research, we enrich our nation and ourselves. Do archives instead. I wanted to add in some priests. The perennial amenity shortage, it might not actually be a terrible idea. And archives on the habitat don't have any cost to housing. Plus it'll unlock a balanced mix of, I can probably do a xenobiology lab and a temple maybe. Yeah, I'll probably do the archives. It's useful. Thematically, makes sense for the Knights of Toxic God. But I don't have to wait. I'll think about what agenda to do next. So I'm gonna save here. Wish you folks all the best. Take care of each other, find yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Till next time, it's Northstar. Adieu, and best luck.